Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another Kendall Arnold fishing live stream. There's not gonna be a video today. Didn't get to edit one last night, and we'll talk more about my semi-new, hopefully, video schedule we'll make this week. We'll make something work. Um, we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's Monday, middle of the day on Monday. I don't exactly know how many of y'all are gonna pop on, if anybody does. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Uh, it's been a pretty epic week for the channel. We went from 266 subscribers to over 1,000, almost 1,100, which is awesome. Wasn't really asking for all that, but I'll take it for what it's worth, and it's worth a lot to me because now I have some people actually, watching the videos. Um, First off, how you guys like the video from yesterday? If you got to see it with the Asian carp, that was kind of an important video to me. We have an issue with those, and I wanted to bring a little bit of awareness to it. I believe like 200 people saw it. Um, I'd really appreciate it if you guys checked out Fishermen Against Asian Carp on Facebook. Awesome group, really awesome group. A lot of people really concerned about our lakes and rivers. A lot of new people in that group. There's quite a few. Makes my channel look just small. Um, let's see. You saw me on Lunkers TV. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That's one of my highlights of everything ever. Lunkers TV noticed me. I wasn't asking for that. That's just kind of how it happened. I mean, I made the video long before he started like showing things from the Guggen Baits, people talking about him, and I uploaded it the day that he actually started, doing that, giving shout outs. So that wasn't a plan at all, and a lot of people are giving me hate about that, saying that I was trying to break the algorithm or something like that. That wasn't the plan at all. Let's go to the comments real quick if I can make it work. Here long before Lunkers, keep doing your thing, man. Dude, that's awesome. There was a few people that were here before Lunkers. They're still watching, which is pretty awesome. Um, I really hope I get to meet him one day just to give him a thanks of sorts. I know it wasn't like I just broke into the scene or something like that. He just gave me a little boost, and I'm very thankful for that. That's pretty cool. It makes me feel like all this work I've done for 3 years now really, really makes it worth it. Do some pond hopping, dude. Okay, so I love ponds. I do like fishing ponds. Um, I was on the tournament scene for a little bit, and I want to get back into that. And a lot of the people with the tournaments I fished gave me um, crap about fishing ponds and how much easier they are. But I want to do that. Um, I want to do a lot more pond videos. I have a couple videos getting ready to come out. One on that reel from yesterday, the Speed Demon Pro. That thing is absolutely sick. I love that reel a lot. I didn't catch any fish. It sucked. It was a rough day, but it's a sick little reel. I'll give it that. Another question, guys. I don't know if any of you are into this, but kayak fishing. You guys into that? Because I have a kayak. I think I've only made like one or two videos on it. I've had it for about a year, but I've really tricked it out, and I haven't used it a lot. I put a new depth finder on it. What is it? A Raymarine Dragonfly 7. Pretty big screen. I'd love to teach about graphing fish and stuff like that on it. Um, it's a really um, good kayak, good standing kayak. It's just a Bass Pro Shops. I forgot what it is now. It's a 12-foot kayak. Kentucky. I don't live in Kentucky. I live on Kentucky Lake in the Tennessee section. So I'm down in New Johnsonville. I'm a little bit farther south. I know a lot of people, whenever I say I fish Kentucky, I say that all the time, but what I mean is I fish Kentucky Lake. And yeah, I'm down in the Tennessee section, the very lower end. If you know where New Johnsonville is, that's the shallower end of the lake, I guess. A lot of people tend to stick around the northern end and even into Kentucky, but I fish the shallow end. We're about 45 minutes away from Pickwick Dam, I believe, something like that. So I'm really close to Pickwick. Never have fished it. Been over the dam a few times. Went over it last year and thought about going fishing. Didn't get to go. Seems like an okay lake. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it. But it's there. But Kentucky Lake and ponds are all I've really done in my videos, and I really, whenever I get my vehicle fixed or end up getting another one, whatever happens first, I'd really like to go check out like Old Hickory. I know a lot of people hate that lake. I hate that lake too. It's kind of a rough lake. What was my biggest bass, and have I been on Lake Michigan? I have been close to Lake Michigan, and my biggest bass was an 11.3, which is super insane, and I don't think I'll ever catch another one like it. I have a picture of it in a thumbnail, I believe. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'll use it as a thumbnail one day just to show you guys, I guess. It was a monster. I caught it in the middle of winter on a brush pile, of all things, with a Duo Realis lipless crankbait that was a bone color. It was like, it's just a solid white thing. I thought it was a carp because it was around a lot of carp, and it turned out to be a bass. And I was in a Little John boat, and I remember like I was fighting this thing for a few minutes, and I kept telling my buddy, I was like, dude, this is a carp. This is a big carp. And I looked over the boat, and it was clear water, and I could see the fish sitting there, and it was my eyes just went whoa, like this is the biggest bass I'm ever going to see in my life, and I just barely got it in. It was hooked on the back treble hook with just one hook in its mouth, and I was flipping out. Sorry about the comments, guys. I'm having my favorite way to catch them. I hate fishing a jig, but I love catching fish on a jig. I love that little thump. But cranking's probably my favorite. So I think the way that it goes for me is crankbait, like a deep diver. I love deep divers, and I kind of like squarebills too. Frog. Frog is everybody likes a frog. And then probably jig. I like a jig. Weightless worm is a killer just about anywhere, especially in ponds. A lot of you guys are asking about ponds. Weightless worm's a way to go in a pond for me. Man, I don't know. The cranking is just my favorite. I love fishing a crankbait. Really love fishing a crankbait. So back to the kayak thing. Yeah, that's something I want to do a lot more of. I've been trying to figure out a way to do it with my cameras. I can't really afford to get another camera if one of them goes for a swim. And right now I'm just filming off of 2 GoPros, and yeah, they're expensive, and you can't really put a microphone on a waterproof one, at least as far as I know you can't. They have the skeleton housing where you can put a microphone in, but that doesn't make it waterproof. That just makes it like rainproof or something like that. I can't submerge it. I'd really like one of the new GoPros, like that new GoPro Hero, just the solid Hero one. It's pretty cool. I don't think you can stick a microphone in it, but it's waterproof just the way it is. So that's something I'm looking at. It's like $199. I'd love to be able to do that. A lot of people like the Hero 5, and that's a little much. I think it's down to like $299 now, and whenever they came out, they were like what, 5 or 6 or something like that. Freaking ridiculous. Heck, the other day I didn't even know if they had the GoPro Hero 6. Like, I went into Bass Pro Shops, and I'm like, whoa, they have the Hero 6, and nobody, like, apparently I missed far about it or something. Like, how did I miss that? Rod and reel arsenal video, I can do that. I'm about to switch all my rods over strictly to Cast King. I really like their rods. Right now I'm really heavily fishing the Royal Legend rod. It's a very inexpensive rod. It's a very quality rod. It's my new favorite rod, all around awesome rod. It's 7'3" heavy, and that new Speed Demon Pro goes on there. It's sick. It's just absolutely sick. I'm gonna be trying out some of the new Speed Demon Pro rods, I believe, in the next month or so, and that's gonna be pretty cool. I think they look awesome. They're orange. I'm not really used to the whole orange thing, but that's the way they went with it, and I'm okay with that. It's really cool. Like, they have like the wind grips on the rods, and the Speed Demon Pro has like the rounded golf style knobs on it, which, I didn't think I would like that, and after fishing with it all day yesterday, I found out I really do like it. What gear would I recommend for jigs? Everybody has their um, own things whenever it comes to jig fishing. Some people like a medium heavy rod. Um, a lot of people do. I prefer a heavier rod. I like a heavier rod. I don't feel comfortable fishing a jig on a light rod unless it's like a finesse jig. I'll throw a finesse jig, like a quarter-ounce finesse jig, on a medium heavy, like 7 foot to 7'3" rod. But that 7'3" heavy Casking Royal Legend rod is my all-around jig rod. I love that thing. It's got the power, it's got the backbone to winch those fish out of stuff, and then I matched up with that high-speed 9.3 to 1 gear ratio Speed Demon. Before that, I was using the Royal Legend to go on the Royal Legend rod, and it's a 7 to 1, so it's pretty quick. It's very quick. It gets those fish right out of the cover. Do I ever use shaky heads? That's a tough one. Yeah, whenever I'm in the right areas, a lot of the places I fish just don't work with shaky heads. There's too much, stuff on the bottom. I get hung up. I lose a lot. But whenever I go fish Lake Barkley, it's connected to Kentucky Lake, I really like throwing for a shaky head. I've been there. But I like fish shaky heads the most at. The cool thing about Barkley is I fish the southern end, really southern end, where it gets really small, and it's lined with rocks. I'm not really sure what the top end of the lake is like because I've never really ventured very far up in it. It all looks the same to me, at least the parts I've been to, so I haven't ran that far. But yeah, shaky head is really like effective on the lower end of Barkley, just as a jig. Crank that riprap, that bank that just goes on and on and on, and it's just rock. That's the way to do it. I've won tournaments doing that. Like that section of the lake is just money. Top water's there good there too at sometimes, or at some points. Oh, make sure I'm not missing anybody. I'm trying to go through everybody's comments. Yeah, Trevor, I actually read your comment. I try to read all of them. I want to be able to kill all of them, read all of them. But yeah, so do you guys want to see some like how-to videos, like some maybe how I go about fishing a pond, how I fish in a kayak? Like, let me know. That'd be pretty sick. Go to smallmouth bait. Oh, that's a good one. Ned rig. If you saw a live stream that I did a couple days ago, I mentioned that I did hate the Ned rig, and I really do hate the Ned rig. Like, it's so stupid. It really is, but it catches fish, and that's what makes it work so well. Or why, I don't know. Like, I see it as stupid, but it's probably one of the better baits on the market. Ned rig is just A1 in my book. I love fishing it. The bite's so cool, except you get bluegill and everything to bite. Frog tips. Bees in the back of the frog. If you're fishing open water, what I do is I tie on a treble hook with some braid onto the back hooks of the frog and use it as like a stinger hook. That's like number one. Just if you miss your fish, you'll hit them with the treble and you'll hook them. And like I said, that's for open water. If you're in a closed area or a place with like grass and stuff, you can't do that. It doesn't work like that, because you'll get snagged up on everything. So it's just hard. The best advice I can give for pads and stuff is just stick some BBs in the back of the frog so it makes some noise, gives the fish something to look at. So here's something else that's going on right now. I've got 3 videos in the works that I want you guys to see. I believe it's 3 right now. And I'm starting a new job tomorrow. So tonight I'm going to try to pump out an edit, just get one. The rest of this week I'm going to be working from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm going to try to get out in the afternoons, but since this is a new job, I don't know how tired I'm going to be. And then after this week, I'm going strictly working from 11 o'clock at night till 7 a.m., which puts me at a good time to go try and hit the lake in the morning, go to work that night. The next day, whenever I get off, edit a video, get some sleep, and just go through a cycle like that. So the videos will probably be like every other day. I think, is that okay with you guys? Like every other day? I know a lot of people like everyday uploads. I'm gonna try to do it every other day. It's like, I think that schedule should work out. I think it will. I hope it will. As long as I'm not killing myself, because this is gonna be like a factory thing, so I know it's probably gonna kind of wear me down a little bit, but it can't be no worse than melting aluminum, and I did that for a little bit, and it was rough. I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. Actually, I think it was my favorite job I ever did. I'd like to at some point be able to do this full time. Somebody asked me about that the other day. I don't know if I've got the oomph, I guess, to do that. I don't think I have the personality to do that. Like, I just don't. I don't know. I'm still getting used to talking to a camera. Still trying to find my own like flair. Not my actual flair. I don't want to catch those size fish. But you know, let's read some comments real quick. Alright, cool. I can do some kayak videos for you guys if that's what you want. What's up, Devin? Hey, man. You've been following close. Thanks for being here, dude. $20 Walmart challenge. I can do that. I can probably work something out there.
I really like it.
Okay. That's fine.
Someone's like, where the heck is Kendall?
Huh?
Someone's like, where the heck is Kendall?
I'm in here.
I was like, I don't know. I said.
You said they left?
I said, I don't know if you got back. She said no.
Okay.
Bye bye.
So they left?
Yeah, they just left.
Okay. That's fine.
They said they asked me if I wanted to go, and I said no.
That's fine. Best type of bait color to throw in muddy water: black and blue. Muddy water, black and blue, solid black. Chartreuse in a crankbait is like killer, especially in shallow water. If you're fishing shallow water, a Strike King like 1.5 and a chartreuse blackback, that's a killer right there. That's like money. I don't ever fish muddy water without a crankbait like that. A black and blue spinnerbait's good too. It's really good. Do I fish any of the watershed lakes around Kentucky and Barkley? I fish backwater areas of Kentucky and Barkley, but I don't actually fish like anything, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but those are some of the best places to fish, and they're also some of the places that are, you know, mostly filled up with carp, and I hate that. But there's some good fish in there when you can find them. Swim jig? Whoops. Swim jig in muddy water. Okay, I've never caught a fish on a swim jig, believe it or not. Ever. And I like fishing a jig, I guess. Yeah. What's up, ASAP Fishing? Reed Nelson. Best bait for heavy flipping. Ooh. Ooh. Man, that's tough because a lot of baits are really good. Missile D-bomb comes to mind. A worm is good too. A lot of people don't fish a worm for flipping. Heavy cover. Any style of creature bait's pretty dang good. I don't not like any of them. I don't think I've actually found a creature bait I don't like. I do like a bait that's got like a lot of action to it. These subtle, like, I think they call them like creepers. Those don't really work out for me. I've never really caught any fish on a creeper style bait. South Carolina to fish. Yeah. So here's the thing: if we start getting somewhere with these videos, yeah, I want to travel. Like, that's the dream. That's the ultimate goal, is to travel and fish and film and meet you guys and do everything. That's what I want to do. But we've still got a long road ahead of us for that. But that would be like the #1 goal here. Let's see if I can get these comments to go. Have I ever tried the Guggen baits? Okay, here's what happened with Guggen baits. I was going somewhere whenever they went live selling them for the first run, and while I was driving, I was like, oh, it's like 7:26. They started selling the baits at 7 o'clock. I asked my girlfriend, I was like, can you check and see how much they are and everything? and at like 26, 27 minutes in, they were already sold out. And then I heard a Lake Fork guy said they were completely sold out at the 24-minute mark. So yeah, I didn't get to try them, but I've already, you know, talked to some people, and I'm going to be ordering some really soon. A lot of people think I made that Guggen Baits video to get free product. I haven't asked for free product. I don't want free product. I will pay full price for it, whatever, you know, it takes. I really do want to fish with them though. They look good. I don't see why they wouldn't be good fish catches. I mean, Scott Martin, you know, owns part of the company, and I'm in my mind, if he's into it, then it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be anything that's bad. I don't think he would put that on his resume, first of all. Humminbird or Lowrance? They both have their ups and their downs. Our Humminbird has a lot more affordable units, in my opinion. Lowrance has more high tech, I guess, sort of. It just depends on where you're at. I like the screens on the Lowrance a lot. They're more detailed in my mind. Right now I'm running Ray Marine on the kayak. I sold my bass boats. The Ray Marine's actually pretty nice. It doesn't have side imaging, which I wish it did, but I have the Humminbird, or not Humminbird, Ray Marine Dragonfly 7. Pretty big screen on the kayak. I like it a lot. It's got GPS, traditional sonar, and down imaging. Really like the down imaging on that unit. It's really good. Yeah. Just a minute. I don't know. Is a John boat a good boat to get out on the river with? Depends on the river. There's a little dude here. Depends on the river. If it was like Kentucky Lake, I would say no. That's a bad idea. Because it can go from 0 to 100 real quick out there. It can be nice and calm, and then all of a sudden, you're flipping out of the boat. Don't ask me how I know. What brand of jig do I prefer? So I make my own jigs. With a lot of them have like, Haley, can you take them out of here? I'm doing a thing right now. I pour my own. I have trapper hooks in a lot of them, and I sold them for a little bit. And I started running low on my supply, and yeah, I just haven't made that many more. I did a giveaway on them too a while back. Can you get one of my custom-made jigs? Let me. Can you please take them out? Hey, look. I'll have to see what I can do about getting more supply and everything. Yeah, apparently. But yeah, so Fishing FX gave me all my, we worked out thing with jig supplies. They make really good jigs. The owner's really awesome. I guess I don't work with them anymore. That wasn't by choice. I just couldn't afford some of the products right now. But the quality of the design and everything that they do is really, really good. I have nothing bad to say about them. I know our deal kind of went south, I guess, but you know what? That's fine because the quality was there. The jig supplies, the jigs that they produce are really nice, but they really got me into the jig making scene. That's how I got into it, and they really helped me out with that. So I just I'm started making my own from them. I use them as like jigsonline.com or something like that. You know how you buy your supplies from them? That's what I did. I bought my supplies from Fishing FX, made my own jigs, caught my own fish, sold them for a little bit, did a giveaway, and now I don't use them. as much as I should. I don't use jigs at all as much as I should. Can I make a custom black and blue swim jig? I don't have black and blue. I have blue sapphire paint for the jig heads, and I have white skirts left over. I use the white skirts to imitate shad and stuff, and then I put the blue head on there. It imitates, but it works pretty well, especially on Kentucky Lake because there's so many shad. I think it looks like a shad. If you guys want me to get back into the jig thing, guys, let me know. I sold them for $4.99 with the trapper tackle hook, or $3.99 for a regular hook. They're pretty good. They work pretty well. Hi, buddy. Go out. Bye. But yeah, they work pretty good. Those things, they stick fish too. Like whenever you get a fish on, they're on. Let me see what I can do. Let me see, like, how much I'm gonna have and everything to do this. I don't see me selling a lot of them, so I'm not gonna buy them in bulk, and it might not even. I probably won't make anything off of it, and that's okay because you guys just want one. So, I mean, if you want them, let me know. Hit me up. We'll work something out. It's not a big deal. I can send them off to you. You can hit me up on like Instagram or Facebook or whatever. If you use another social media site, that's awesome. That's how you can contact me a little bit better. My email is hooked up. My email is somewhere. Where's my email at? I don't think I have it on the channel. But if you go back and look at my Trapper Tackle giveaway video, it's just a couple of videos. Well, it's been about 2 months ago now. There was a link to my email if you want to do it that way, or just hit up Instagram, Ken Arnold Fishing, Facebook, Ken Arnold Fishing. You'll find all my stuff there. Pretty much everything I do gets spread out there. It gets there before it gets here. So, give me on Instagram. Alright. You'll probably have to hit me up, dude, first, because I will forget, believe it or not. I'm so forgetful. Thinking about, I don't know, I've got some time right now. I might go get started on that video. We shot a good video the other day, guys. Like, I went out not thinking much about, I did a challenge video. I didn't think much of it. Didn't think it'd be that great. And it actually went really well. And then I added something to the challenge and completely screwed it up. Like, hardcore. But what are you going to do? I mean, it was hot. It was 102 degrees. And I had that 5x3 shirt that I was wearing a couple videos ago. The Guggen Baits video, I was wearing that. And it was, I mean, that thing keeps you cooler, but man, it was still hot. So hot. But I'm going to pop off of here. That's all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to throw this up because I'm not going to upload a video today. Don't have the time to edit it. And there's children here.
What's up?
Hey, buddy. What's up? But I want to thank you for watching.
Bye.
I'll see you right here next time.